Alright, here's my program. Up here we're in the dashboard. I don't know, I don't like the way this thing looks at all. So point of sale, you can type stuff in. Let's see. You can tie products to certain clients. You don't have to put anything in. Anyway, some of the stuff needs direct. Needs some changing, blah, blah, blah. What kind of service is it? Tax exempt. You can just create stuff on the fly. Hey, it costs blah, blah, blah. There's that many of them. Anyway. Convert to manufacturing order. Anyway. There's a lot to do in there. So, materials. This is the base layer of the whole thing. So, like, I spent so much time making this. So, basically, like, Black Sunlu Pet G. We can click on this and look at all the suppliers. If you've got multiple suppliers, you can choose preferred supplier and it stars it. You can edit whatever they are. Blah, blah, blah. The option to add a contact is not in here for some reason. That needs to be corrected. When you add a supplier originally, you can do that. Anyway, point of contact, add contact, blah, blah, blah. Right, so more stuff. I'm not going to do anything there. Cancel. See if I've got any with... Oh. Anyway, different suppliers look different. So like, if it's in a box, it's a will call. I don't have any information on that one. A lot of it's for like testing, like website, phone number, blah, blah, address. You can of course do filters, collapse all, look at everything. I only want to see stuff out of stock, da da da. Auto opens things up. Anyway, so you can go like, oh, Black Sunlu Pet G. There's 6 spools of it. We can see this one, it's 3 kilograms per spool. It does the math, there's 18 kilograms in total. It tells us where all the units are at in stock location. You can have as many stock locations as you want. So this one's got like 3. A lot of this stuff is just made up for testing. So you click on this, and there we go. It takes us to the website. Blah blah blah. Meow meow meow. Do your little order, and then you can log the order. Like, what supplier is it? How many is it? Oh, we bought 5 units. Well, there's no shipping on this particular one. It was and the other 3 kilograms. It's like, oh, it was $33. Oh, well, if it was $33 a piece, So we'd want to say because that's what you're looking at on your order, right? You're looking at the totals. So it's 150, I don't know, whatever. Right. We can have it update it because some, material prices change. And so typically you want to charge for whatever the updated price is, the more expensive thing, because that's what it costs to replace it. And allocate where you're going to put it. You don't even have to. Just be unassigned if you want. Like, oh, I'm only going to put 2 here. We can add a location. We can, of course, create a new location. Meow, 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 blah, blah, blah. And so if you create a new location, then we can do that. And we'll reassign the rest of them. If you try to type in a number that's too big, it'll take all. So it took it all from that. If we type in a 6, it goes straight to a 5. You can just dial down. And so whatever one is preferred is like when you make an order, it auto puts everything into the preferred one. And so, anyway, yeah, so anticipated date, oh, it's going to come Tuesday next week. And then, so you can just log it if you want. Or you can be like, if you put it here, everything's got tooltips just about, so it just tells you what it's doing. If you just leave it hovering, like everything. And so, anyway, you can be like, yeah, log the order, so we have to do the thing. Otherwise, we can do this, so it just, on the order date, everything just happens. And we don't have to press a button anymore, and you just better hope you actually did it. It's your problem. Or we can just receive it all now. So we got a log order. So we can also just flag stuff. So let's see here. So like order requests. I've got this set up on some stuff. So if you flag a request that has an order pending, I can't remember what it does. There we go. See, there are orders for this material that have not yet been received. So it's like, hey, there's stuff coming in, but maybe you just need to reorder more anyway. And you can be like, I need this type stuff, but you don't have to. You can even just do nothing. And it'll show up here under order requests. Yet again, you can just click the link. It'll have as many links there as there are to have. Oh, wrong button. But yeah, if you submit an order with no amount, it just says, big question mark. And then this tells you how much is in inventory already. Okay, so basically if you set everything up, it'll just auto put everything, and so you'll never look in this area really, unless you need to change something about them specifically, but you can, you can change everything. And you just click on anything. So you can even click on this, be like, oh, I need to correct the inventory. I'll go 5. And it goes from 6. Now it's 5. We can subtract it from wherever it's here, whatever we want. Tells us what's there. Reasons if you want. You don't even have to. Since you lost a unit, how much are you going to take from the inventory? Because we got to record a loss. And that just defaults to whatever it is right now. Or I think it defaults to the last purchase price. So under here, it shows you like what things cost, which some of these things I entered in before I had this stat here, so we don't know what it costs, but this is what it's valued at. And then these numbers underneath here shows like there's an order incoming, and this is the cost and what the value is of the order. And so, yeah. And basically, you can trash it. This one lets you know if this is like, because not all materials do you really want to keep in stock. So maybe you want to take the alert off. But you can also be like, how many you got on hand. If you change it from here, it puts it straight into that thing. And then like, let me know when we're at 3. And when we're at 3, we want to order 5. And then when you do, and you can put that all in initially. Of course, here's the back button. And so when it does that, see, it actually auto-populated up here, because basically we want 8 inventory is what it's telling us when we do an order in total. And so when you log an order, it will automatically fill that number to 2. But you can, of course, change it if you want. Whatever you want to do. Doesn't matter. You don't even have to put any of this data in. You don't have to. You can skip whatever you want. Okay, so, and then of course you can just drag and drop stuff as well. Like, oh, I want this to be in this category. And you can select multiple. Ta-da! And if we don't like it, oh, we just hit the back button. Oh my gosh, a management software with an undo button. Who would have thought? Anyway, so basically we can just do them all now if you want. And so where's my tooltip? Oh, tooltip's not coming up. Anyway, sometimes I gotta tell it to make tooltips. So basically, like, you get an order in, you're like, okay, we got it all. So you don't have to check them all. You can check 1. You can check 2, or you can go straight over to the thing over here. You can modify it if there's something wrong or something different or whatever. You can cancel it. Yeah, you can do all the stuff. Gives you all kinds of data. But let's say we receive these boxes. And, oh, okay. Over here, the tooltip is over here, but it's not over there. Okay, receive the order, file into its inventory location right away. And so you can skip the step. We'll just do receive now on this order. And now we go over here, and now that order is over here. And basically, we can print this if we want. Right? So that you have this list so that you can walk around and put it in location. I mean, you could just have this pulled open on a tablet or something too. You don't necessarily need to do that. We can sort them all. Like, I only want to know the ones that go here, and it only shows the ones that are in the list. There's more locations in this. If you want to search something, I don't know, whatever. All kinds of awesome things going on here. Or you can select now and be like, yep, we got it all. Or if there's another problem, you can return to receive orders, where they can then modify it or cancel it or whatever. So if you need something internally, like, oh, we need some pet G. Looks like it's missing a little bit of data in here. We'll fix that though. And you would, know, you could put this in as, you know, we needed 300 grams of it. A little bit of issues in here. And then, of course, you've got just a history, filters, internal checkout, and inventory correction history. So you can see what's going on. And so you can also do all of this stuff basically from down here. Receive an inventory, receive now, cancel modify if you want. And, you know, tell it, you know, we do want low quantity alerts or we don't. We don't even care about how much we have in stock. I don't know why you wouldn't care if you're entering in data, but whatever, not my problem. So machines, I've been working on this. This still needs a lot of work. I think right now, yeah, so you can purchase, you can sell a machine, or you can scrap it. Scrapping can be like, oh, did you harvest any parts? Purchase takes you to an order. This needs to be made a little better. Anyway, so you can have like a history, and it'll give you, you can keep track of values of what your fleet is and stuff. And there's all these different categories for stuff which come into play for products. And also you can have spare parts are here. So, and it works exactly like the materials, but they're spare parts and they're under the thing, and you can see where they're at and blah blah blah, meow meow meow. That stuff actually, so this one's ordered, and this stuff actually shows up over here. So there's like tungsten nozzle, you receive it and do, you know, put it where it needs to go. This thing has barely even been touched. So products, so you can put it, you know, wherever you want. Meow. But so you can get in here. This is kind of where a lot of the magic happens. And so this particular product has two. A lot of the stuff you're seeing, like some of the prices and stuff are wrong, but like I actually have all these things. Like this is an actual product, the sign holder. And so, and it is in two different prints. And so there's basically all this data that you enter in. There'll be material options and stuff. And so there's still a lot of work to do in this. And, you know, do this. Now we need to select a printer, and this like auto fills on the print hours on this. There's all these like custom settings I've done. Some of them, they don't work like that. Like you don't want that, and some other things to add, and then this is just like data for you to help process what's going on with it. This is what I like. You can upload the print files directly here to help keep track of them, or you can just put a file path in, you know, then you can copy it and paste it into your, you know, into your file browser. So we're going to cancel that. And so I need to add some stuff about like batching certain products and whatnot. But so hardware and stuff, like, oh, it takes the size of a box. You can, okay, this edit thing is a little lame. You know, we can bolt, okay, yeah, it totally takes that, and it takes 3 of them, and we can add margin if we want. we can do that, and it actually auto links over here, right? So, or we can enter it in here. We want 20 cents, 133%, right? Cost per unit, and then total on this particular product. I think it should. Okay, I guess that needs to be played with a little bit, because it's just giving me the total of all the stuff. I also want it to total for multiple quantities or whatever. Data. So, and all of these things you can enter in, like on my old spreadsheet, this is 80 grams for that part. That all will feed into here. How big is the thing? How much does the thing weigh with all the stuff in it? You know, including the boxes and whatever. This is stuff, QR code, barcodes, yeah, upload brochures, whatever, pictures, website. This thing, so basically this is telling us it needs to be 1883. Like this isn't right. It needs to have like a calculated cost section, and then like what the profit is on that, and then compared it, you know, because the actual price and the cost are two different things. You know that. Whoever's listening to this. Anyway, bunch of stuff over here. You can get into here, and stuff is like grouped up on, if for it auto puts all these suppliers. It's like I have a bunch of Amazon, but it puts them all into one. Some, if there was an old one, some of these files aren't quite completed when I made this, so it did weird things. You can just delete stuff if you want. Oh, this one I'm okay, so we can go to customers. I like this one. So these are actual clients of mine, and we can click on them. And so like this is an actual product I made for him. This data unfortunately wasn't quite entered, but like, so I can have files on people of stuff that they want. And here's one like this, another one. He's ordered bucket openers for me before. So this stuff, anyway, we can make like customer files where it relates and yeah, blah, blah. This needs a bunch of work still. And this stuff has not, I haven't touched this at all. I just told it to make a thing and it did a really bad job. But we'll fix it. Some of the stuff we need to know what electricity costs, blah, blah, blah. This, this miscellaneous tasks, like, hey, move, this is a location quantity move stock from one place to another. I've barely touched this. This needs to be printed. This is not very good. It doesn't really tell you much. And yeah, so, and you can look through different ways of looking at the same stuff. Anyway, yeah, there's a lot going on, and yeah, everything's got a tooltip, just about, which I really like. Oh, how come the tooltip's not showing up? Okay, stuff. Oh yeah, that's another thing I like about this. So if you've got, I don't have it all tied together, you know, but like you can, anyway, when you build a product, it will tie it to the thing. Okay, so like here's that one thing we made, so sign holder, and then we can even just have it take us to it. Which, yeah, this is the thing, and we can even Oh, look, there's all that stuff. Anyway. Yeah. Boy, this is a bit of a long video. So, a lot of work to do. Up and coming, lots of stuff.